एक बार देख लेते हैं आवाज़ वगैरह सब सही है फिर विल स्टार्ट. Just wait a second. I hope things are just fine, but still I need to check. I'm gonna do what things I gotta do. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Cool, things are fine. Okay, so let's begin. We were at page number 54 out of 186. One at 90 rupees, and you are ready to commit suicide, or you wanted to be a minister, but you could only become a deputy minister, so now you are suicidal, or you wanted to have a big house, but you got a small one. It seems like life has no meaning. Or you go bankrupt, your bank account empties, and you say, why go on living? Or you loved a woman and couldn't get her, or loved a man and could get him. Now you want to end, you want to die. Hmm. The more you desire, the more unhappy you are. The more you see how much you receive without desiring, the more indescribable gifts will shower on you, uncaused. What do you deserve? What have you done to deserve the life you have been given? What have you done that you can dance in the sun's rays for a moment or talk with the moon and stars? On what basis? What claim can you make? On what basis do you claim the right to touch gentle breezes and to sing sweetly, to be bubbling with joy, or to be able to meditate? What have you done for these gifts? All this has come to you pure grace, and still you are miserable, still you are complaining, still you are sad. Certainly, this disease of the ego is consuming us. Everyone is infected with it. I've heard about a family who all worked in the movies. Once the father went to the family doctor and said, Dr. Saab, my son is suffering from a contagious disease, scarlet fever, and he thinks that it is from kissing the maid. Don't worry, the doctor advised. In youth, blood is passionate. You don't understand, doctor, the man said, becoming more uneasy. The fact is, I also kissed the girl later. Okay, then things are certainly getting complicated. The doctor agreed. But there are more complications, Dr. Saab. After that, I also kissed my wife twice. Hearing this, the doctor jumped up from his chair crying. Then we are finished. I must have caught this infection too, because he had kissed the man's wife. A disease like this goes on spreading. Okay, so Osho being Osho, he's just, sometimes like, he's very witty in nature, Osho. He wants to explain the harsh truth or the ultimate reality of life, but he has his own way, in a witty manner, in a sarcastic manner he do so. So again he is giving just an example by in a form of joke and stuff. Ego is contagious disease. This is the point that Osho is trying to prove over here. When a child is born, he has no ego. He is absolutely egoless, innocent. He is an open book in which nothing is written, a blank book. Then letters are gradually inscribed. Then the ego is gradually created. Parents, family, society, and civilization give birth to this one disease, give birth to the ego. Basically, in the surrounding, in the like the exposure that you got from your childhood onwards till the current age or the current time of your life will decide what kind of person you are and how much ego you hold. Then this ego pursues us like a ghost our whole life. If you want to know the real meaning of religion, it is this: religion is nothing but the medicine for the disease given to you by society, culture, and civilization. Okay, all right. Religion is anti-society, anti-culture, anti-civilization. Religion is rebellion. Religion is revolution. The whole meaning of the religious revolution is to drop what has been given to you by others, to drop what has been taught by others. Do not cling to it. It is your misery. It is your hell. Besides ego, there are no burdens in your life. Besides ego, there are no burdens in your life. Besides ego, there are no fetters, no chains. You're free if you don't have ego, is what the author is trying to say. I'm the one pure knowing. Thus, having burned the forest of your ignorance with this fire of certainty and being beyond sorrows, be happy. So, drop the ego and be happy, is what Oso is trying to say over here. Ego means mixing one's consciousness with something else. A man says, I'm intelligent. Now he has added ego to his intelligence. His consciousness becomes contaminated. Okay, so he's being egoistic about his intelligence. Okay, I'm getting a call. Hello? Hello? Mm-hmm. Yes. सिग्नल नहीं आ रहा है, मैंने प्रॉब्लम ऑलरेडी मेंशन कर दी है. हाँ जी. कितने बजे? कल श्योर आ जाएगा, राइट? ओके, थैंक यू. ओके, एक्चुअली आई एम स्ट्रीमिंग फ्रॉम this OBS, so I don't know how to. Cyber is saying hi. Hi, Cyber. Hi, Cyber. Okay, actually, I'm doing this streaming from OBS, so I don't know how to like mute yourself, how to like get out of it and stuff. So yeah, whatever I said, it is fine. मैंने कुछ ऐसे वो भी नहीं करा है, ठीक है. Moving back, yes, I was talking about the ego thing, right? Osho is trying to explain us things. So basically, ego is something that is making you contaminated. For example, if you are an intelligent guy, like you have academic knowledge and stuff, now you connect this with your ego, and now the consciousness becomes contaminated. Have you noticed when someone adds water to milk, we say the milk has become contaminated? If he says so, he has added only the purest water. Still, you would say it is contaminated. Whether the water was pure or impure is not the question. Water was added. It does not make any difference that you added pure water. The milk has still become contaminated. If you look a little closer, you'll see that not only has the milk become impure, but the water has also become impure. Separately, water and milk were pure. Mixed, both are contaminated. Confusion arises from the mixing of opposites, from the mixing of different types. No sooner is consciousness added to something different that itself. You say you are intelligent. Intellect is a mechanism. Use it. Do not become an intellectual. This is real intelligence, not becoming an intellectual. When you say you are intelligent, then the difficulty has started. Water in the milk. Okay, so basically, when you're saying that I am intelligent, that means you are connecting it with your ego. Now, the intelligence is corrupted, intelligence is contaminated, is what Osho is trying to emphasize here. Water in the milk, with this water and milk analogy, then it doesn't make any difference how pure your intelligence is. When you say you are a person of character, water is added to milk. It doesn't make any difference how pure your character is. Bad character or good character both have egos. Okay, it's not about good and bad. So basically, it's about saying that okay, I have good character, I have bad character, which is like adding water to milk. So both have its egos. Okay, I've heard an old story in Russian during the time of the Tsars. Three criminals were imprisoned in Siberia. The three always argued among themselves who was the greatest criminal, and they also argued who would be jailed the longest. This usually happens in jail. People inflate their crimes when they talk. I've also seen it, like not in jail, but in general also people be like, आज तेरे भाई ने ये कर दिया, आज तेरे भाई ने वो कर दिया. So they boast about the wrong things as well. तेरे भाई की कैपेसिटी इतनी है, उसने इतनी लाइक दो बोतल में तो कुछ होता ही नहीं है भाई को, आज गाड़ी तेरा भाई चलाएगा, so on and so forth, right? So yeah, similarly these what I can say, criminals are also arguing that who is the greatest criminal, and also who would be longest, like who would be jailed the longest. This usually happens in people in jail. People inflate their crimes when they talk. It is not only you that talk of greater bank balance than you have. When a guest comes, you borrow furniture from your neighbors and carpets to spread on your floor. It is not only you who deceives others. You are not only the one who's seeing others being reciting Hari Ram, Hari Ram. Or when someone comes, okay, you're not the only one who seeing others being reciting Hari Ram, Hari Ram. Or when someone comes, you spend a longer time praying and ring the worship bells louder. So again, you're taking it as a competition. But when no one comes, you finish everything quickly. It is not that you are the only one doing this. If a guest is in the house, you go to the temple to give an impression that you are religious. In jail, prisoners do the same thing. Those three prisoners used to argue among themselves. One day, the first prisoner said, when I was sent to prison in Siberia, when I reached the jail, there were no motor cars. The second one said, so what's so great about that? When I was jailed, then there wasn't even bullock carts. The third said, bullock carts? What's a bullock cart? They were trying to prove who had been jailed the longest. Ego exists there too. I have heard a new criminal arrived at a jail. There was an old gangster already in the cell he was sent to. The gangster asked him, how long are you going to stay? He replied, I was sentenced for 20 years. He said, then stay near the door. You will be leaving early. Set your bed just by the door. Okay, alright. So they are trying to say, okay, we will live here more than 20 years. So 20 years is something which is a less time. So you will be out sooner than us. That's what they are trying to boast about. Criminals have egos too. In doing wrong, one inflate one's ego. In doing good, one also inflates it. But in both conditions, consciousness is contaminated. Ashtavakra says, I am pure knowing. I am neither intelligent nor of great character, nor characterless. I am neither beautiful or ugly. I am neither old nor young, neither white or black, neither Hindu nor Muslim, neither Brahmin nor Shudra. I have no identification. I am the one who sees all of these. So he's trying to say that I am the observer. When you light a lamp in your house, its light falls on the table, on the chair, on the wall clock, on the furniture, on the cabinet, on the carpet, on the floor, on the ceiling. It falls on all. If you are there, it falls on you too. But the flame is neither the wall, nor the roof, nor the floor, nor the table or chair. Everything is illuminated by its light. But the light is separate. Pure consciousness is your light, is your awareness. Everything is illuminated by its light, but the light is separate. But the flame is neither the wall, nor the roof, nor the floor, nor the table, nor the chair. Pure consciousness is your light, is your awareness. The light or that awareness falls on your intellect, on your body, on your actions. But you are not any of these. As long as you identify yourself with anything, ego will arise. Ego is the definition of consciousness with some other thing. As soon as you drop all identification, you say, I am only pure knowing. I am pure awareness. I am purely a Buddha. Then you begin to return to your home. The moment of liberation is coming closer. Okay, let's go through it once again because this is important. Pure consciousness is your light, is your awareness. The light of that awareness falls on your intellect, on your body, on your actions. But you are not any of these. As long as you identify yourself with anything, ego will arise. Ego is the identification of consciousness with some other thing. As soon as you drop all identification, you say, I am only pure knowing. I am pure awareness. I am purely a Buddha. Then you begin to return to your home. The moment of liberation is coming closer. Ashtavakra says, I am the one pure knowing. Thus, having burnt with this fire of certainty, what is certainty? This trust. This trust will not take happen through listening. This certainty will not happen through intellectual understanding. You have understood it many times and still you forget it again and again. The certainty comes from experience. If you experiment a little, trust will come. Okay, if you experiment a little, trust will come. When experience comes, trust comes. And when trust comes, the revolution happens. Having burnt the forest of your ignorance with the fire, with this fire of certainty, and being beyond sorrow, be happy. This imaginary word is projected like a snake on a rope. Knowing this, you are bliss, ultimate bliss, the wander happily. Thus, you wander happily. Okay, makes sense. There is no reason for unhappiness here. You are uselessly live in a bad dream and go on getting disturbed in nightmares. Have you noticed someone sleeps with his hand on his chest, but in his sleep he thinks a ghost is sitting on him? Ah, okay. दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव ऑल्सो एक्सपीरियंस राइट. जैसे आप अगर सोओगे अपनी चेस्ट के ऊपर हाथ रख के अगर आप सोते हो तो आपको लगता है कि कोई आपको दबा रहा है. सो दैट्स व्हाट ओशो इज ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू से, कि आपको लगता है कि कोई गोस्ट आपके ऊपर बैठा हुआ है. ही पुट हिज ओन हैंड ऑन हिज चेस्ट. इट इज हिज ओन वेट, बट इन स्लीप दैट वेट क्रिएट्स एन इल्यूजन. जबकि वो है क्या, आपका ही हाथ है, वो आपका ही हाथ है और उसके कारण आपको इल्यूजन हो रहा है. और इन पुटिंग हिज ओन विलो a pillow over his chest, it seems that a mountain has fallen on him. He tries to scream and shout. The scream won't even come out. He wants to move his hands and feet. His hands and feet won't move. He falls into such a panic, and when his sleep is broken, he finds that he is drenched in sweat. When sleep is broken, when he wakes up, he understands there was no enemy. No mountain has fallen on him. He had put his own pillow on his chest. He had put his own hand on his chest. His heart is still pumping wildly, as if he has run for miles. The dream is broken, but its efforts still continue. The sufferings we call worldly sufferings are only misunderstandings of our awareness. The, this imaginary world is projected like a snake on a rope. Sometimes you must have seen a piece of rope lying on the road in the dark, and immediately the idea of snake comes. When the idea comes, snake is projected onto the rope. You run, you scream and shout. You might even fall over while running and breaking a limb. Like, okay, a snake is projected onto the rope. You run, you scream and shout. You might even fall over while running and break a limb. Later on, you'll find out that it was only a rope, but what use is that now? The limb is broken. But if you have even a small lamp of awareness, a little light, then even in the darkest night, you can see that a rope is a rope, not a snake. In this very awareness, bliss and ultimate bliss are born. Thus, wander happily. You have the key, you have the light, you have kept the light covered wastefully. Take the cover off, Kabir has said. Open the curtain of the veil. Push aside the curtains of thought, of passion, of expectation, of fantasies, of dreams. These are the veils. Push them aside. Look with unveiled eyes. People sit veiled head to foot, and because of those veils, they cannot see anything. They are pushed here and there, and they fall into ditches. This imaginary word is projected like a snake on a rope. Knowing this, you are blessed, ultimate bliss, this thus wander happily. Understand this knowing, grasp it, be acquainted with it, then move happily. This existence is ultimate bliss. This existence doesn't know happiness. Unhappiness is your creation. It is difficult to understand this. We live in such misery. How can we believe that misery does not exist? The one who ran when he saw a piece of rope won't believe there is no snake. The one who was sleeping with a pillow on his chest and thinks that a mountain has fallen on him cannot believe in that moment that a mountain has not fallen on him. This is our situation. What can we do? Move a little from the observed toward the observer. Now, this is very important. This is what we are supposed to do, right? Move a little from the observed towards the observer. Like, rather than being someone who's getting observed, become someone who is observing everything, right? And in everything, you are including yourself as well. Like, you can see your emotions, you can see everything that your body is doing. You're not just judging others, but you're focusing more on your behavior as well. And you're not identifying yourself with the emotions. You see, okay, this is the emotion, this is coming to me, this is passing by. I'm not holding it, I'm just being observer. See everything, but do not forget the one who sees. Hear everything, but do not forget the one who hears. Do everything, but remember who you are not the doer. Buddha used to say, move on the path and remember that within no one is moving. Within all is unmoving. And this is how it is. Have you seen the wheels of a moving vehicles? The axle remains still while the wheels move. In the same way, the wheel of life moves, but the axle remains still. You are the axle. He who considers himself free is free, and he who considers himself bound is bound. Because in this world, the proverb is true. As you think, so you are. So manifestation does work. It's all about where you're putting your energy, right? So that's what Osho is also trying to like signify over here. This is a significant sutra. He who considers himself free is free. He who knows that he is free is free. For freedom, nothing else has to be done. Just to know that you are free is enough. Freedom will not come from your doing. Freedom comes from your knowing. Freedom is not the result of action, it is the fruit of knowing. He who considers himself free is free, and he who considers himself bound is bound. He who thinks I am in chains is in chains. He who thinks I am liberated is liberated. Try it and see. The one day decide that during these 24 hours it is true. You are free. Try remaining free for 24 hours. You will be surprised, you won't believe it yourself. If you think you are free, there is no one to enslave you, and you are free. If you think you are enslaved, then everything binds you. I had a friend, he was a professor with me. During the holy festival, he drank bhang, a hemp drink. So everybody knows about bhang, right? And created a disturbance in the street. He made a scene. He was a very gentle and simple man. There is a danger in a gentle person. Such a person has much repressed within. I can feel that. He was not a troublemaker. Even his name was Bholeram. Okay. Bhole means being innocent. Right. Bholeram is something that means you are very innocent. This is the meaning of the name itself. And Ram is the name of God. So someone who is innocent and connected to God. Even his name was Bholeram. Simply hurted, right? He was honest and simple. There is a danger in such a nice man. He should he should avoid things like bhang. The bhang washed off his superficially sweet temperament and all the repression lying beneath, which had been unexpressed his whole life, came out. He went out on the street and raised an uproar and created trouble. He harassed some women and was arrested and locked up at the police station. And he was an English professor. This is my fear, right? That's why I don't generally like I am being a sober since my childhood onwards. I'm a complete teetotaler. I have never tried anything that is I have never been intoxicated, be it alcohol, be it anything. So this is one of my fear. If someday I'll try any kind of these things like alcohol for an example, I'll express everything, and that's my fear. I'm talking about myself, and it is true. I'm afraid to be 100% of myself, and that's why I don't drink. Like this is one of the reason, and obviously there is another reason that it is not good for health, and it in my family I have never seen someone doing it. Right, being my father and the grandfathers. So yeah, it is a generational thing, and also later on in my life, it feels like if I'll do it, I might express everything like this English professor. So at around 2 in the morning, someone came and informed me that my friend had been arrested and he wanted me to get him out before morning. Otherwise, it would be a big mess. With difficulty, we got him released just before dawn. We got him out, but he was so upset, such a nice man. He was so disturbed, and everything became impossible. For 3 months, he suffered much. Whenever a policeman appeared on the road, he would hide, thinking he's coming to arrest me. We lived together in one room. If he heard a police whistle at night, he would dive under the bed. I would ask what he was doing. He would say they were after him. So this reminds me of a lot of things. Like latestly, lately, समय रहने का स्टैंड अप जो स्पेशल है वो भी आया ना स्टिल अलाइव उसमें भी ये बोलता है कि जो मतलब वो बोलता है ऐसे बट आई वोंट यूज दैट वर्ड सो इट्स लाइक एक कोई बुरा आदमी है तो वो कभी भी अच्छा बन सकता है बट एक अच्छा आदमी कभी भी बुरा नहीं बन सकता है राइट क्योंकि एक बुरे से अच्छे बनने में सोसाइटी विल बी इन फेवर ऑफ यू एंड लाइक एवरी वन विल जज यू इन अ पॉजिटिव मैनर बट इसके अपोजिट अगर कोई बहुत ऐसा आदमी जिसने अपनी इमेज बहुत अच्छी रखी हुई है अगर वो थोड़ा सा भी इधर उधर करता है तो उसको बहुत ज़्यादा जज किया जाता है एंड he or she will also feel bad about it so which is the ultimate truth like that's true to so many layers and also इसके अलावा I have read it somewhere that bad guys like good guys don't get the ink like bad guys do it is like जो bad guys होते हैं so called bad guys मतलब बुरे से सेंस नहीं है someone who is like outright and spoken and who is not afraid to do anything legal illegal who is not conscious about his image and everything so they are considered as bad guy so bad guys don't like good guys don't get ink like bad guys do so बैड गाइज जो है उनके बारे में ज़्यादा लिखा जाता है ज़्यादा मेंशन किया जाता है उनकी लाइफ ज़्यादा हैपनिंग होती है इस चीज़ को यहाँ पे सिग्निफाई करने की कोशिश की गई है इस फ्रेज में एंड आई कैन रिलेट इट विद दिस पार्ट हियर द person who is being like who you ate the bhang for the first time like Bhole Ram in this example is also feeling the same he is now afraid for his life eventually his condition deteriorated so much that he could not sleep nor would be allowed me to sleep. He would say, wake up, did you hear? Those people, these are voices in the air. Those people are sending out messages on the radio, inquiring where Bhuliram is. I would say, Bhuliram, go to sleep. He would reply, how can I go to sleep? My life is in danger. They will arrest me. They are keeping a file against me. Finally, I was so harassed and not seeing any way out, he stopped going to the college. He took leave and stayed at home. Around the clock, he had this one obsession becoming what psychologists called paranoid. He created everything out of his fear, his paranoia. He was a good man, and I had never thought that this could happen. But now I experience what imagination man in is what imagination man is capable of. The walks he would say have ears. People are listening everywhere. If he saw anyone walking near the house, then he thought he must be looking for him. If anyone was standing around laughing, he must be laughing at Bholeram. If people are talking, if people were talking among themselves, they were conspiring, conspiring against him. The whole world was against me. This is the thinking by Bholeram, right? I could see no other way. There was only one possibility. I had a friend who was a police inspector. I explained everything to him and I asked him to come one day with Bholeram's file. He said, if there were a file on him, I would bring it. But there is no file, not even a record. This man has never done anything. He took bhang once and created some sort of scene. This matter is finished. The matter is finished. There should not be any fuss about it. I told him, bring any file, even fill it with blank papers, but it should be thick because he says It is a big thick file. And remember, it should have Bholeram's name printed on it. Don't worry about it. Just give him 2 or 3 slaps and put him in handcuffs too. Refuse to let him go until I give you a 10,000 rupees bribe. Then do only perhaps he should be released. The police came, bringing everything with them. They slapped him 2 or 3 times, and Boliram was very happy to get slapped. He said to me, "Look, is it happening like I told you it would or not? Here is the file. Boliram is written in big letters on it. Tell me, where have all your wise explanation gone now? Now this, I am in handcuffs. Boliram is finished." But in a way, he was happy. At the same time, miserable. He was crying, but he was happy to see that his projection proved right. Man is so insane. If your projection, if your projection of something proves right, your ego gets satisfied. You are proved right. He felt that everyone else was proved wrong. That all those who were trying to advise him were not right. Finally, he alone proved right. With great difficulty, I pleaded and persuaded the inspector. I had already told him not to agree with what I would say too soon, otherwise, Boliram would suspect that we were in conspiracy. The inspector said it cannot be done. He should be sentenced for life. He continued talking like this and looked at me to see how he was doing. With great difficulty, I finally persuaded him, and with folded hand, I requested him to accept the bundles of bills as a bribe. Then he burned the file in front of us. From that day, Boliram was free of fear. He was okay now. The whole episode ended there. This is your situation, more or less. He who considers himself free is free, and he who considers himself bound is bound. Because in this word, the proverb is true: as you think, so you are. What happens is that what happens is what you have thought. You thinking has created your world. Change your thoughts, wake up, see in a new way. Everything will remain as it is, only your way of seeing or of thinking, of knowing will change. Then everything will change. He who considers himself free is free, and he who considers himself bound is bound. Because in this word, the proverb is true: as you think, so you are. As you think, so you are. Atma is the witness, all pervading, perfect, one, free, conscious, free from doing, alone, desireless, peaceful. Because of illusion, it looks like the word. The witness, all pervading, perfect. Listen to these words. Ashtavakra says, "You are perfect." You don't need to become perfect, nothing can be added to you. However, you are complete. You don't need any improvement. You don't have to climb any ladder. There is nothing above you. You are perfect. You are God, all pervading, the witness, one free consciousness. You are free from doing alone. No one binds you. You have no companion. You are alone. You are in supreme aloneness. You are desireless. You don't have to become all these. This is the difference in Ashtavakra's message. If you listen to Mahavir, he says you have to become these things. But Ashtavakra says you are already perfect. You don't need to change anything. Just accept yourself the way you are and become an observer. If you listen to Mahavir, he says you have to become these things. Ashtavakra says you already are. This is a great difference. No small difference. Mahavir says you have to be non attached. You have to become desireless. You have to become perfect. You have to become all pervading. You have to become the witness. Ashtavakra says you are all these. You just have to wake up. You have to open your eyes and see. Ashtavakra's yoga is very natural yoga. As Kabir says, "O sadhu, the natural samadhi is best." I am individually projected life. Drop this illusion and also the feeling of inner and outer, and awaken in the thought that you are the unchanging, conscious, non-dual Atma. What have you what you have believed until now are nothing but reflected projections. It is only your belief, your opinion. Moreover, people around you share the same beliefs. In this way, your opinions are strengthened. Ultimately, man borrows his opinions. You learn from others. Man imitates. All are unhappy here. So you also become unhappy. There was a rare Buddha in Japan. होता ही. As soon as he was enlightened, तो उनको ज्ञान की प्राप्ति हुई basically. As soon as he woke up, he began laughing, and he continued laughing in his whole life, traveling from village to village. In Japan, they call him the laughing Buddha. Ah, okay. He would stand in the middle of the marketplace and laugh, and his name spread far and wide. People used to wait for Hotai's arrival. He had no other message than standing in the middle of the marketplace and laughing. A crowd would collect and they too would begin laughing. So, laugh is contagious, I know this. So, in comedy shows, you must see that, okay, comic is saying something. Comedy is very subjective, right? It can vary from person to person. Something that is very funny to you may be cringe to someone else, right? Or something that is cringe to you may be something really funny to someone else. But in an environment, the stand-up comedy, like they do it in a studio, you'll say the artist is saying random things, but the people are laughing. Why? Because they have this perception in their mind, okay, we are at a comedy club, the person standing in front of us is a comedian, is a comic, and he is good at his job and he knows how to generate laughter. So this is the perception that you have. This by this perception you come to the venue. Now whatever the comic is saying, even if it is not up to the mark, but since you have created this image around your mind, if someone is laughing, you'll also laugh. So laugh is something that will become contagious. So that's why you'll see in some of the videos, like something is funny, right? Which is universally funny. So everyone is laugh on it. Like everyone will laugh in it. But there are certain things which is what I can say, which can generate laughter to a set of people, and which might feel like something cringe to some other set of people. But still, you'll see there is this contrast between the people in the comedy club and the people in the comment section. If you'll see a comedy video, you'll see some people are praising in the, what I can say, in the venue, people are laughing about it, and people are saying that okay, he's being very funny, and they are laughing their lungs out. But on the same way, people in the comment box be like same video ke comment box mein people be like, I was not laughed since last 3 days and today is my fourth day. So मैं 3 दिनों से नहीं हंसा था और इसको देख के मैं अभी भी नहीं हंसा हूँ. So आज मेरा चौथा दिन है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो विच इज़ लाइक वेरी कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग इन नेचर. जो वीडियो में लोग हैं उनको बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, उनको बहुत हंसी आ रही है उस चीज़ पे, बट कमेंट सेक्शन में लोगों की कुछ अलग ही कहानी है. सो या दैट हैपेंस. The laugh is contagious. So that's coming back to laughing Buddha. He had no other message than standing in the middle of the marketplace and laughing. A crowd would collect and they too would begin laughing. People used to ask him, please tell us something more. He would reply, what more is there to say? You are unnecessarily crying. You need fool to make you laugh. This is my only message. Laugh. There is nothing missing. You just have a good belly laugh. The whole existence is laughing. You are unnecessarily crying. Your crying is absolutely private. The whole existence is laughing. The moon and stars, flowers and birds all are laughing. You go on crying. Open your eyes and laugh. I have no other message. He laughed and went on wandering from village to village. It is said he made all of Japan laugh, and people gradually began to get glimpse from laughing and laughing with him. It was his meditation, his very samadhi. People, so this is also some kind of meditation, right? This is his samadhi. People begin to experience that they could laugh, they could be happy without any cause. It's all one big joke. Yes, absolutely correct, Cyber. That's true, right? Have you ever also experienced this? This is something that happens, right? Because he was, so what happened is basically everybody perceived him as someone who has attained enlightenment. So he has knowledge, he has wisdom. This is the general perception people has in their mind. Now when he's walking through village and village and he's just laughing about it, and whatever the people are asking, he is just simply laughing about it. So people be like, okay, this might be the solution. This is a general tendency of the society, right? They feel like okay, he's more intelligent to us, so whatever he's saying he might be right. So that's what happened. So since he was laughing, he considered it as his meditation, his samadhi. So everybody around him is also like started laughing. That's how the whole Japan, wherever he was traveling, started laughing about it. people begin to experience that they could laugh, they could be happy without any cause. Without any cause, this is something new, right? If you'll see nowadays in your surrounding, if let's say there is a guy who's passing by you and he's just laughing without any reason, you'll be like, he's a mad guy, he's a gone case or something like that. But that's not what happened with Buddha, because laughing Buddha is considered someone who has attained enlightenment, and that's what Osho is also saying, right? So people considered him as a person who has knowledge, who has wisdom, who got the enlightenment. At the same time, the answer he's giving to all the questions is just laugh. So that's what the people are also like, they are following him because he is doing the thing. So we will also do the same thing, and they are also laughing without any cause. The very search for causes is wrong. As long as you look for a reason before you laugh, you'll never laugh. If you think you will be happy when there is a reason for it, then you will never be happy. Looking for reasons, one becomes more and more unhappy. Cause belongs to suffering. Cause belongs to suffering, okay? Happiness is your nature. Cause has to be created. Suffering has to be created. Happiness is. So happiness is there always. So you don't need any reason. If you're looking for reason, again you're creating some cause which will ultimately create suffering, right? Or it will create a short time happiness for you. For an example, it's your dream to buy a big brand car. Let's say you want to buy a Rolls Royce, okay? And let's say one day you also bought it, and now you feel like one day when I'll get Rolls Royce, that will be the happiest day of my life, and that will be like I'll be ultimately happy after that. But that's not true. Once you'll get it, no, after that you'll get the hedonic adaptation. That's the thing about acquiring materialistic things. Once you'll get those things, you'll be happy for one day, 2 day, or let's say 1 year, 2 year. After that, you'll get used to it. And you'll be like, okay, I have got hedonic adaptation. I have got happiness from it. Now I'll have to look for some other reason. Now I'll have to look for some other cause. But if you're laughing without any cause and you're thinking, okay, happiness is my ultimate nature, then you don't need to find any cause. You don't need to find any reason, and you're not relying to anything else. That's what the laughing Buddha is also focusing on. Looking for reasons, one becomes more and more unhappy. Cause belongs to suffering. Happiness is your nature. Cause has to be created. Suffering has to be created. Happiness is already present. Just let happiness manifest. This is what Ashtavakra says again and again. Thus, wander happily. Being beyond sorrow, be happy. Drink this nectar of trust and be happy. I have heard it like, जैसे अभी मैंने रोल्स रॉयस वाला एग्जांपल दिया ना, तो ऐसे ही मैंने आई हैव हर्ड इट इन वन ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट ऑफ राज समानी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. सो देयर वाज अ बिलियनियर guy sitting in front of him. So he was someone who owned his own yacht, which is like something not a lot of people in this world is acquiring, right? Not a lot of people own a yacht. So he is something who own a yacht, and he was saying, okay, one day I owned a yacht and I was feeling good about it. Now in the current time, it was just at its place and it is just there, and it is not generating any happiness to me. So that's what the materialistic things do to you. It might feel like, okay, this will create the ultimate happiness, but you'll get adapting, like you'll get used to of it, no matter what the materialistic thing is. I am talking about yacht, which is a very big thing, right? So that's what it can happen in the smallest level and in the very big level as well. I'm not saying you should not aspire to achieve materialistic things. No, you should, but at the same time, you should know, okay, this is not something that can give me the ultimate happiness. Ultimate happiness, according to Osho, according to Laughing Buddha, should be like, it should not be with, it should not be because of any cause. You have to understand this is your very nature. You are a happy person, and you accept it as ultimate reality, and you'll just be happy without any cause. So drink this nectar of trust and be happy. Man is perfect. He is one. He is free. His projection are the only barrier. I am an individually projected life. Drop this illusion and also the feeling of inner and outer, and awaken in the thought that you are the unchanging, conscious, and non dual Atma. Becoming free of the feeling of outer and inner. You being your being is neither outside or inside. Outside and, outside and inside are only mind distinctions. Being is outside, being is inside. All outside and inside are in being. Only being is. Drop the feeling of inner and outer and awaken in the thought that you are the unchanging, conscious, non dual Atma. This translation is not right. The original sutra is drop the feeling of inner and outer and awaken in the feeling that you are the unchanging, conscious, non dual Atma. Thought is not a correct translation. Awaken in the feeling that you are the unchanging Atma. So, this is what you have to feed to your mind, that you are the unchanging Atma who is going to be there eternally. Know that you are, feel that you are, awaken to such a feeling. Thought is again becoming intellectual. Thought makes it only superficial. It cannot come from the head, it can only come from the heart. This experience is like love, not like mathematics. It is not like logic, it is like a song whose singing goes on sinking deeper and deeper and touching the innermost life energy makes it vibrate. Awaken in the feeling that you are the unchanging Atma. You are not this revolving wheel of life. You are the axle in the middle. The axle is unmoving. As long as you think you are on the earth, you are on the earth. But the moment you are ready, the moment you dare to fly into the sky, that is the very moment you can start flying. This is just an example. Clouds hugging the earth, floating petal upon petal. I fly up beyond the clouds. A marvelous world opens before me. Asleep in some vast dream, I wake up. Where does the ocean of time fly away? Fish, a flash in pulsating streams I had buried in frozen waters of the blind valley. I drown into the foamy twilight. The sun encircled for miles by red rings, rainbows spilling over onto my wings, spring of colors bursting, hair bursting there, somewhere an unmoving river, somewhere bridges flowing over, stream upon stream, restless, impatient, the earth melting away and flowing into the sky, village after village of uh, white cement jungle, from whose endless breathing are these trees sprouting, the sky made into another earth, clouds hugging the earth, up, floating petal upon petal. I fly beyond the clouds. A marvelous world opens before me, asleep in some vast dream. I wake up. Wake up. You have seen plenty of dreams. Now wake up. Be like wake up as in accept this ultimate truth that you are the Atma who is going to survive here eternally. You are not the physical body that you have, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. You are Atma, and you are the observer who is observing your own thoughts, your own emotions, and everything. So, all you have to do is awake. Awakening is the key, nothing else is to be done. Not any sadhana, not any yoga, not any yoga postures. Just wake up. Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay, alright. So, yeah. Now, moving ahead, the first question, chapter 4. Okay, now we are at the fourth chapter, which is titled as Meditation, the Only Medicine. Now, the first question that is asked to Osho is, Beloved Osho, what is the relationship between meditation and witnessing? In what way are mind and ego dissolved by them? Is surrender possible without attaining complete egolessness? To what extent are orange clothes and the mala helpful for meditation and witnessing? Also, please explain the difference between witnessing, wakefulness, and right remembering. So, this is one of the questions that is asked by one of the disciple of Osho. Let's see what Osho answer to this. So, Osho is not giving any answer directly, right? Because to make people understand, he has to give the analogies and he has to be sarcastic at times as well, and that's what Osho is doing. Okay. All right, so 10 more minutes I'll continue, and thereafter I'll complete this stream. We'll cover the later part in other stream. Human life can be divided into four circles. The first circle of action, the word of doing, it is the outermost, moving with a little. We come to the word of thought, move a little further, in we come to the word of feeling, devotion, love, moving still further within we reach the center, the word of the witness. The Okay, let's go through it once again. Human life can be divided into four circles. The first circle is of action, the word of doing. It is the outermost, moving within a little. We come to the word of thought. Move a little further, we come to the word of feeling, devotion, love, moving. Still further within, we reach the center, the word of the witness. The witness is our nature because there is no way to go beyond it. No one ever has, and no one ever can. To become the witness of the witness is impossible. The witness is simply the witness. You cannot go deeper than it. It is our foundation. Our house is built on the foundation of witnessing, built of feeling, of thought, of action. This is why there are three yogas: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. The yogas of action. Karma Yoga means yoga of action, knowledge and devotion. Jnana Yoga means the yoga of knowledge, and Bhakti Yoga means the yoga of devotion. There are three methods of meditation. Through these three, one can make efforts to reach the witness. The yoga of action means action plus meditation. Karma yoga is the effort to go directly from doing to witnessing. Meditation is the process and witnessing is the goal. You have asked, what is the relationship between meditation and witnessing? Meditation is the path, witnessing is the destination. Witnessing is the culmination of meditation, and meditation is the beginning of witnessing. A karma yogi is one who adds meditation to doing, who links meditation to the word of action, action plus meditation. Then Gyan yogi is one who adds meditation to thought. He links meditation to the word of thought. He begins to think immediately, meditatively. A new practice is added. Whatever one does is done with awareness. When the state of thought plus meditation is established, the journey witnessing begins. Towards witnessing begins. Meditation is change of direction. Whatever meditation is joined to becomes a vehicle of moving towards witnessing. And the third path is bhakti yoga, adding meditation to emotion, a deep joining of meditation and emotion. The whirlpool of meditation and feeling, while feeling become meditative. Through these three paths, one can approach the witness, but the method that brings is meditation. The fundamental thing is meditation. It is just like a doctor giving you medicine, saying to take it with honey, and you say you don't eat honey, you are Jaina. Then he says to take it with milk, and you say you cannot drink milk because milk is a form of blood. You are strict Quaker, you don't drink milk. It is like eating meat to you. So the doctor says, take it with water. But the medicine is the same. Honey, milk, or water, it doesn't make any difference. They are only to help swallow the medicine to get it down the throat. Medicine won't go down by itself. Meditation is medicine. There are three types of people in the world. Some people cannot live without doing. I've seen those kind of people around me. Their whole world flows in working. If they try to sit quietly, they cannot. Especially in your household, you can see your mother like that. They cannot sit quietly. They have to do something or another. There is energy, flowing energy. There is no harm in this. But the master says, try swallowing the medicine of meditation with activity. You can't stop doing, but you can add meditation to doing. You say, I can't sit a single moment without doing something. I just can't. Sitting is not within my power. It's not my nature. Psychologists call them extroverts. They are always occupied. They need to do something or other. They need to do something or other until they fall down exhausted and sleep. It is not natural for them to stop working. Activity is their nature. God, the master says, good, do it riding on action. Make this your horse. Mix your medicine with this and swallow it. The real question is the medicine. Start working meditatively. Whatever you do, don't do it unconsciously. Do it with awareness. Stay awake while doing. Then there are some who says doing has no attraction for them, but thoughts come rushing in waves. They are thinkers. They have no juice for doing. They have no interest in the outer, but great waves arise within, a great tempest, and they cannot be inside for a single moment without thoughts. They say, If we sit silently, more thoughts come. When we sit silently, more thoughts than usual come. Just mention worship, prayer, meditation, and a great dulge, deluge of thoughts armies come in wave after wave and drown us. What should we do? The master says, drink meditation, mixed it, mix in with your thoughts. Don't stop your thoughts. But when thoughts come, observe them. Don't get lost in them. Stand a at a distance, little apart at a distance, calmly watching your thoughts. You will gradually attain witnessing. Add meditation to your thoughts. Then there are some who say we have no trouble with thoughts, no trouble with doing. We have an excess of feeling, tears flow, the heart is overwhelmed, drowning in love, in action, in affection, in trust, in devotion. The master says make this your meditation. Add meditation to this. Let tears flow. Flow filled with meditation. Meditation. Let the thrill be there, but filled with meditation. The essence is meditation. These differences between bhakti, karma, and jnana are not differences in meditation. The meditation is one. You can see this in Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra says, take a direct leap, swallow the meditation straight. He says, what you are, he says, what use are these practices? That is why Ashtavakra is not a Gyan Yogi or Bhakti Yogi or Karma Yogi. He says to drop straight into witnessing. These crutches are no use. This meditation can be swallowed directly. Drop these crutches, drop these vehicles. Do not. You can run. You can run directly. You can be the witness directly. As far as Ashtavakra is concerned, the witness and meditation are not different, but as far as other methods are concerned, the witness and meditation are different. Meditation is the process and witnessing is the destination. For Ashtavakra, the path and destination are one. So he can say to be blissful right now. One whose path and goal are different cannot say right now. He'll say move. The journey is long. Climb. Then you will reach the mountain. Ashtavakra says open your eyes. You are sitting on the mountain. Where are you going? How to go anywhere? Ashtavakra Sutra is extremely revolutionary. Neither Gyan nor Bhakti nor Karma, none of these have reached to his height. It is pure witnessing. Look at it like this. The medicine doesn't need to be swallowed. Understanding is enough. Awareness is enough. There is no need for help. You are already there. But it happens that people are incapable of understanding it. A Sufi story. A man went in search of truth. The first religious man he met was sitting under a tree just outside his own village. He asked, I am searching for a true master. Please tell me the characteristics of a true master. The fakir told him the characteristics. His description was very simple. He said, you'll find him sitting under such and such a tree, sitting in such and such posture, his hands making such and such gestures. That is enough to know he is the true master. The seeker started searching. It is said that 30 years passed while he wandered the whole earth. He visited many places but never met the master. He met many masters but none were true master according to his definition basically. He returned to his own village completely exhausted. As he was returned, he was surprised. He couldn't believe it. The old man was seated under the same tree and now he could see that this was the very tree that the old man had spoken of. He will be sitting under such and such a tree, and his posture was exactly as he had described. It was the same posture he was sitting in 30 years ago. Was I blind? The exact expression on his face, the exact gestures. He fell at his feet saying, why didn't you tell me in the first place? Why did you misdirect me for 30, like these 30 years? Why didn't you tell me that you are the true master? The old man said, I told you, but you were not ready to listen. You were not able to come home without wandering away. You had to knock on the doors of 1,000 houses to come to your own house. Only then could you return. I said it. I said everything beneath such and such tree. I was describing this very tree, the posture I was sitting in. But you were too fast. You couldn't hear correctly. You were in a hurry. You were going somewhere to search. Searching was very important to you. The truth was not so important. But you have come. I I was feeling tired, sitting continuously in this posture for you. You were wandering for 30 years, but think of me wandering, sitting under this tree. I knew someday you would come, but what if I had already passed away? I waited for you. You have come. You had to wander for 30 years, but that's your own fault. The master was always here. It happens many times in our life that we cannot see what is near, and what is far attracts us. The distant drums sound sweeter. We are pulled by distant dreams. Ashtavakra says that you are what you are seeking. And Rumi also said the similar thing. What you seek is seeking you, and you are it right here, right now. What Krishnamurti has been telling people is exactly Ashtavakra's message. No one understood Ashtavakra, nor has anyone understood Krishnamurti. And your so-called saints and sannyasins are very angry because Krishnamurti says there is no need for meditation. He is absolutely right. He is absolutely right. No need for devotion, no need for action, no need for knowledge. Ordinary sadhus and saints become very nervous. No need whatsoever. He is misleading people. It is these sadhus who misled. Krishnamurti is straightforward, giving Ashtavakra's message. He is saying there is no need because there is only a need if you have lost something. Just get up and shake off the dust, splash a little cold water on your eyes. What more is needed? Alright, so 63 pages are completed. We'll start our journey of 64th page from the next live stream onward. And yeah, so whoever is here, you can check out the channel. If you have interest in such content, you can subscribe to the channel as well, and you can like the live stream too. So thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much, Radharanji, and whoever is here. We'll meet next time. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe, have fun, peace out.